Latest American thriller suspense film of 2023. 8 deaths, shocking and thrilling. Why does the killer not spare even a swimsuit beauty? With an axe in hand, ready to kill the beauty. Scared, the beauty desperately flees. No more nonsense, let the main film begin. On a remote highway, a car speeds by. A beauty is behind the wheel. She has a villa in the countryside, specifically rented out to tourists. Skillfully, she takes out the key from the rock. Faintly, she feels someone staring at her from behind. But she doesn't find anything upon investigation. Inside the house, it's a mess. She has to clean up the trash left by the previous tenant. After cleaning up, she lies on the chair to sunbathe. Little did she know, someone approaches with an axe. Without hesitation, he swings the knife towards her. Fortunately, the beauty is not asleep at this time. Cleverly, she manages to evade him successfully. Then she quickly runs back into the house. An old lady blocks her path and takes away her car keys. She runs back. The man also chases after her. Step by step, they corner the woman into the bathroom. The old lady walks in with a knife. The man closes the door in unison. A satisfied smile appears on his face. From the bathroom, shouts are heard. Such a beautiful woman, killed mercilessly by the old woman. The next day, another car arrives on the highway. The woman and the man are a couple. The woman is an internet celebrity. She rented the countryside villa online, planning to announce something to her fans there. And she invited her best friend and her friend's boyfriend to have a party there together. But those two would arrive later. Soon, the couple arrives at the villa. The young man couldn't find the key on the ground as instructed by the owner. The woman goes up and opens the door. Surprisingly, it's unlocked. Without much suspicion, they enter the house. Little do they know, the old lady stands there in horror. The woman assumes it's the previous tenant who hasn't left yet. That's when the old woman appears. He greeted them with a smile, but harbored a hidden agenda, claiming they had rented this apartment. The women were speechless. Such a thing exists? To prove their claim, the guy pulled out his phone to check the rental records. But he had an iPhone. With no signal in this remote area. Not a trace of a signal. The old man grinned wickedly. No one could produce evidence, so it's first come, first served. But the old man was quite generous. He said it would get dark soon. It's not safe to go outside, so let's all just stay together tonight. Suddenly, the woman felt uncomfortable. She wanted to borrow the bathroom. The old lady quickly laid down in front of the door, asking her to open it. At this point, the old man prepared himself. He pulled out a knife. Luckily, the guy caught a glimpse of it. "What are you trying to do?" The old man laughed. A creepy, sinister laughter, sending shivers down one's spine. Very terrifying. The man picked up a nearby tool. The old man initiated the attack. The man struck at his head. But the old man evaded it. A knife plunged into his abdomen. In the end, he fell to the ground, dead. Meanwhile, the old lady forced open the door. The woman couldn't believe her eyes. A corpse lay in the bathtub. She ran out of the bathroom in fear. Upon coming out, she was shocked to find the old man had already subdued the man. A scream. The old lady choked her from behind. The woman resisted, just as the woman was about to be strangled. Luckily, she noticed a knife nearby. Turns out the old lady was quite strong. Both of the couple ended up dead. Soon, the woman's invited friends arrived. This couple had recently been having some arguments. Constant bickering, on the edge of a breakup. Still arguing even after ringing the doorbell. A little old lady distracts them once the door is opened. She diverts their attention, claiming that their friend doesn't live there. The man asks if this isn't where his friend lives, but the old lady insists that they have never seen their friend before. Just as they start to wonder, the old man emerges as well, and very friendly invites them inside. The man is still angry. He returns to the car. But the old lady follows him outside. Yes, she's taken a liking to the man. She reaches out to flirt with him. The man is dumbfounded. What on earth is going on? We're still fighting, but I'm a faithful person. Inside the house as well, the old man has taken a liking to the woman. These two old folks have quite the division of labor. Fortunately, the man stays calm. He goes inside and questions the old man. "Do you say this house is yours?" To prove it, the old man goes outside to open the door. The old lady comes back and sits on the couch, emitting an eerie laughter. The doorknob keeps turning. The woman is too afraid to look at the old lady. She wants to open the door and escape. She finds the old man suddenly opening it and hitting his nose. The old lady laughs and points her towards the direction of the bathroom. The woman covers her nose and hurries to the restroom. The old man also enters the room and puts on a sinister makeup. Is this to scare them to death since they couldn't beat them? Meanwhile, the old lady enters the restroom. By now, she's no longer pretending. She grabs the woman's hair and forcefully presses her against the mirror. But the woman is not one to mess with. She picks up a piece of broken mirror from the floor. and stabs it into the old lady's neck. Now the old lady can't fight back. She stands up and tries to leave, but accidentally steps on the broken glass. At the same time, the man outside has already been subdued. She rushes out, hoping for help, and the boyfriend slit his throat straight away. Luckily, the woman was smart. She kicked him in the groin. Seizing the opportunity, the woman picked up a knife and stabbed the old man in the stomach. The whole room was filled with corpses. The woman was also terrified. She quickly ran out of the house, took out her phone and called for help. Fortunately, their car was parked nearby. But unfortunately, the keys were with her boyfriend. He had no choice but to go back. Limping, he walked back into the house. Upon entering, he found the old man's body missing. Realizing something was wrong, he quickly got up and fled. That's right, the old man wasn't dead yet. He grabbed an axe and chased after them outside. The two ran and were chased all the way through, until they reached the highway. Luckily enough, the police came immediately after receiving the report. But these two police officers were also a couple. The man had a huge drinking problem, drinking even while driving. His wife couldn't stand this about him. She reached out to grab the bottle from him, completely oblivious to the woman's cries for help on the road. They missed her completely. In the end, the old man raised the axe and killed the woman. Then he turned and walked towards the mansion. The two police officers inside the house saw the floor covered in bodies, but they were unaware that the old man was hiding nearby, and the old lady wasn't dead either. She suddenly attacked the male officer, knocking him unconscious instantly. The female officer killed her, only to be struck from behind with an axe, and the movie ends here. Why do I feel like the body count isn't enough? As for the motivation of this couple's killings, I guess they wanted to take over this mansion. They have the house now, but they can never be together and live their shy life together.